Yes, people, welcome back to Cast Central, man. Dead times, more United fans, more on the way as well. It's dead. Right. I don't even know where to start, really. You can see it in the title, huge Amorim questions, head loss from Bruno, from a fucking referee, and then it's like, where's Kobbie? I'm done, you man. I don't know. You lot are better off talking than me because I've just had a lot of talking and never a foul in it. So
yeah, listen. Let your apologies be as loud as your disrespect.
I don't want to apologize to you.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the chat. Not you. You don't have to apologize. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, chat. Let your apologies be as loud as your disrespect. I told you all. They were talking about last night. Yeah, my chat after when you raided. Yeah, and we went in live. Talking about going 1 loss in 9. Only going to lose to Liverpool. We're going to beat City. We're going to beat Chelsea. I'm sorry. We haven't gone back-to-back wins under this manager. What do they expect? What did they actually expect?
The thing is,
I thought we would get a scrappy 1-0 win, and we almost did, except his own substitution in Diogo Dalot. Can someone tell me why did we keep Dalot and Bruno? Why? Does anyone know? Because
I couldn't answer that, man.
Couldn't answer that, man. Them two players are the two of the most. Them two I hate probably the most at United, typically.
But they don't suit Amorim's system. They don't.
They don't suit being a Manchester United player.
That's fair to your opinion, but them as their assets as players do not suit his system. So the only logical reason as to why he decided to keep them is because of the simple fact that they're Portuguese, he's Portuguese, he wants Portuguese players in the squad. Because they don't suit his system at all. Dalot can't play wing back. Ahmed wasn't having a good game, he won't. But
no, he wasn't, but we've never used him either, which was pissing me off.
But you know what? System, I clocked, you don't see him back.
First and foremost, people, make sure you check out in the bottom right. We got okay jerseys. I don't even know if you want a Man United jersey, but after this rate, but you might want to go look at the good old times and go get your jerseys there. So you scan the QR code if you're coming across this, and then also in the obviously you can see that there you can see the prices for yourself and that. So if anyone wants one, trust me, got a bunch of them coming, and I can display it. So all up to you guys. So but anyways, on that note, the way I kind of look at it, I would have liked another test, not Burnley. Does that make sense?
Burnley's going to be his little get out of jail free card because we'll beat Burnley and we'll probably put a free pass to them.
Are you sure? Are you sure we're going to beat Burnley?
I'm sure. It's Burnley, bro. It's Burnley. Burnley are literally a championship team. We will beat them 3-0. Yeah,
I understand that,
but way last season when we beat all the relegation teams down. Do you know a fun fact? Do you know Ruben Amorim has only won 4 games against current Premier League teams? Do you know the 4 games he won?
Go on.
City away. Remember the Ahmad one where it was a fluke? They gave away the penalty and then we just scored straight after it. Yeah, because their heads went. The Aston Villa when they went down to 10 men, right? And Everton when we popped them 4-0. And what was the other game? Fulham when we beat them 1-0 last season. That's the only 4 games he's won against current Premier League teams. The rest of them, the other 3, he won against Southampton, Ipswich, and Leicester.
Well, I don't know, but see, the thing is, the way I kind of look at it, today was crap, So it is what it is, but it's just like cool. You go beat Grimsby. I don't expect it to be all. I don't really care, even if it's 2-3-0. I don't care about a second string team against Grimsby and it beating them. The next game against Burnley, the only way you get people more on side if you whack them up 4-0 minimum, 3+ goals. That's the way I look at it. You need 3+ goals because the next game you got Man City away, and then you got Chelsea at home, which kind of tells me that could be the nail in the coffin if you don't back up your ideas, right? I don't expect. The thing is, even if we had someone even worse, I just expect to be Burnley just because of the quality that we have at our disposal alone, and they don't have that. Do you know what I mean? It's just a winnable game.
Agree.
But unless I'm seeing performance with the goals, it's like at this rate, it's like, what's the point? There's no point seeing it through. And the thing is, I think Ineos are going to be stuck in between a rock and a hard place as well, because it's like if they wait, then you're going to have another situation like you did with Ten Hag. If you keep waiting,
they've already got another situation like tonight. I'll tell you why. If you went for in the summer, you'd have the pick of the bunch. You'd have Eddie Howe would be potentially you can get. You'd have Thomas Frankie you could potentially get.
You can't
There'll
get
be
Thomas
other
Frank.
managers willing to probably go and leave their jobs.
We can't get Thomas Frank. He just went to Spurs.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
he was talking about from the summer. Yeah,
if you went for the summer, you would have had that option of Thomas, and he probably would have gone to us instead of Spurs. Do you get what I'm saying? You and Eddie Howe, get that idea out of everyone's brains, bro, because he's not leaving Newcastle at the start of the season. He'll leave at the end of the season if he leaves. Do you get what I'm saying? You ain't going to get him out of Newcastle. He's loved by them, and he probably loves being there. Yeah, I can't see. If we get him, hold my hands up. I'd love him. Yeah, he'd be my number one target.
I don't want Glasner. I don't want. If we ever get a look, I know it's premature to say.
That would be the manager that we get though.
It could be just one of them days where it's just an off day. Yeah, but the thing is, because I don't want three at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't want three at the back. I don't want to see none of that shit. I'm not trying to wait for new wing backs. I'm not trying to wait for all that shit. Fuck all of that. I'm not trying to see all that stuff no more. I look at today and think five at the back is killing us. It's too defensive. It puts us back into too much of a defensive shape. It's awful. I don't mind Areola because he plays high pressing football. That's one thing I can say.
Oh no, come
but
on.
Even then, I've got even then. What? No, he's not.
Ariola's Ange Postecoglou just with worst clubs here.
The other one I would try for is De Zerbi.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Fair enough.
Imagine De Zerbi with Mainu, bro. Mainu 0 minutes again, by the way. 0 minutes again.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I'm not trying to go for these tacticals. I'm not going for Fabregas. I'm not going for these tactical managers that barely had any game time, like management time. I can't be asked for all of that stuff.
Bro, Kaz, did you
why do you think Mainu's not? Sorry, why do you think Mainu's not getting any minutes? I was saying to Nathan, my friend, co-host, that one, he can't speak Portuguese, so that probably doesn't help him. And two, I'm not sure if his actual footballing stuff is his closeness to Garnacho affecting his time on the pitch. I don't know, but it's just weird to see what's going on.
I think
he's not getting no minutes.
It's because he doesn't want to drop his boy Bruno. Or
but
something wrong with Bruno. I think there's something with Bruno's contract because he doesn't get subbed off. He doesn't get dropped. He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't get a rest at all. So, and he can't play Bruno and Mainu in the same midfield. So my thing is why don't you just drop Mason Mount, and then put Bruno in the 10 and then play Mainu if you really want to play Bruno that much? It doesn't make sense to me. Do you get what I'm saying? Kobbie Mainu was our best player at 18 years old. He was England's best player in the Euros at 18 years old. Yeah, we're now supposed to believe he's shit and can't play and can't play. And you know, he's got no legs, no physicality because some dead manager who's gone 7 wins in 29 Premier League games is not playing him, but wants to play Ugarte. I'm supposed to believe that Ugarte is a better football player than Kobbie Mainu. He's a more useful football player than Kobbie Mainu. We need a goal. Yeah, people backing him. We're winning a goal. We need a goal. He brings on Maguire and Aiden Heaven when he's got Xerxes and Mainu on the bench. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy words.
Where do you sit with your whole Amorim thing? Leonard.
Myself.
Yeah.
Today, I know it might sound late, but today was one of the first days that I was like, okay, cool. He might actually be done at United. Reason being is I've never seen a manager for Man United in recent times coach us out of a win. And that was shocking. Like you said, we was 1-0 up. He brings on Dallo. I don't understand. Like I know Ahmad weren't having the best game, but I think it's scary to bring on Dallo for Ahmad. And then also, like you said, we needed a goal at 1-1, and you bring in 2 defenders to score a goal.
Well, technically, he scored. Technically,
he actually brought on Dallo before the goal, by the way.
Yeah. No, I'm saying Dallo before the goal, but after Dallo was the reason why we even conceded. Furthermore,
do you know what I think it was, bro?
Go on.
I think he brought on Dallo and Sesko at the same time. So he just wanted to hope Dallo would whip a ball in and Sesko would get on the end of it. That's literally his only.
That's where I kind of looked.
It's the same with Maguire. Centre back, Bruno centre back, Maguire up front.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. Like, and that's so. In terms of Amorim, I think today was one of the days where it was like, wow, like even people like me that are still kind of like Amorim in is like, wait, hold on, this is looking shaky now. I still wanted to have belief because last season he came in the middle of the season, didn't have a pre-season, he didn't have his team, etc. But now you've got the signings. But why are we still seeing the same things from last year? That's concerning to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's like today was like, whoa, you coached us out of a win and we need 3 points. We actually need 3 points.
What's that?
Oh my days.
Can't believe it. What does that say?
It took Sir Alex Ferguson 5 years to get shit right. It took Klopp 5 years to get shit right. It took Arteta 5 years. Why are people using Arteta as a benchmark? We all mock Arsenal for not winning trophies. So why are we using him as a benchmark? We can't mock Arsenal.
I'm not trying to hear. I'm trying to hear all of that shit, man.
It took Pep 2 years, and that's only because he has to spend $1 billion on players. Bro, you know when he buys the men's, there's 250 million, and he can't get back to back. Honestly. Listen, I'm not. No one here can. Anyone in the chat? Are we asking Amorim to win the Premier League this season? No, we're not. We're asking him to get
for consistency. I just want to see. I just want to see consistency, bro.
Exactly. Get 2 wins on the back, please. 2 wins on the bounce, please.
Because it's like this, mate. Like you go beat Burnley, then I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, but I have to hold you accountable by that Man City game. You better go and get me. You better go get me some. You better go get me a win. I know it sounds mad, but you better go get me a W. This is what Spurs have done. They went and beat Burnley 3-0, then they beat Thingy 2-0. You can't beat Burnley 3-0 and then can't beat Thingy 2-0. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to get mocked by Spurs fans again for the season. I'm not having it.
Yeah, not
Sam, patience is earned, bro. If he had won today, and got a draw against Arsenal and then beat Burnley and lost to City, I'd go, he's done all right, to be fair. He's done all right to him. He's gone 7 wins in 29 Premier League games. Thomas Frank, to put that, has just gone back-to-back wins in the Premier League. Amorim hasn't done that yet. What do you mean patience? You have to earn patience.
Fair enough. First one was
if you put a dog in a suit, these lot would praise it for barking. If you put a dog in a suit and it started barking, these lot would praise him. Give him time. Oh, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the only way I see it today, the only way you rectify it is with a good performance, an amazing performance against Burnley, and obviously you go to City and you say and you put your mark, you stamp down your mark. Simple as that. That's the only way. Because I'm running out of time. Today's not a. You know what it is with this, yeah? Today is not a simple overreaction. Reason being is because I looked at Sesko. Yeah, he looked all right when he came on, to be fair. Actually, I really liked him. His link-up was nice.
I thought people were mad overreacting.
I don't think he had having a good game. He didn't have a chance. The issue is he didn't have a chance to shoot. He didn't have a chance to shoot because he didn't set nothing up for him. And Bruno and Cunha were chasing shadows. Yeah, and we didn't even whip the ball into the box. The other team were walking with the ball. Do you know how mad that sounds?
Yeah.
No, but do you understand how that sounds to you? I've never known in a game, even that happens in Sunday League, bro. You're allowed to walk and then cross the ball with
Speaking of Sunday League, he brings on a centre back to play at a striker to score a goal. That's Sunday League.
No, but that's where I'm at. It's like this is where I'm at. It's like, how can you go to a 5? How can you get dominated by Fulham? Fulham don't even play possession-based football. Did you see the way their manager spoke about what we done wrong and how easy it was? But this is what I mean. Like, my thing is I'm not calling for his head or nothing, but that was diabolical. It was horrendous, bro.
It's not 2 games. Look at the chat. They're trying to get onto. It's not 2 games. It's 29 Premier League games. He lost the Europa League final literally 3 competitive games ago. He's been here for nearly a year, and he hasn't gone back-to-back wins in the league yet. He's only gone back-to-back wins in all competitions twice. No, once. Sorry, once.
It's hard to overlook. I said there's no way I look at this and I don't have a single positive because it reminded me of last year.
Facts.
I thought of changing attack would make things a lot better. It didn't do anything. Bar the 10 minutes, we didn't create anything other than being it. Well, 15 minutes then. We didn't create nothing. They dominated. We didn't get the ball at all from in second half. Because what? We know what we should have done. If he didn't, he should have inverted. If he was the only way we could battle it with them is by inverting the fullbacks. And you took off Ahmad, which made no sense. You might as well use your centre. No. So they put all their wingers inverted. Yeah, they flooded the midfield. Yeah, they didn't really do much after that. They were playing through the middle.
What formation they were trying
to play. Their left back and right back, Kenny Tete, and I had a lot of space because they decided I'm going to camp in the middle of the pitch. So what we should have done, if you're good enough, in my opinion, is okay. Well, I'm going to tuck Dorgu in and I'm going to tuck Ahmad in, and that really leaves a 1v1 for Yoro and Shaw with the likes of a fullback, which is fine. Because really, truly, you got technically superior players in like some Ahmad and that. Surely you can, and then you can break on them. They didn't have no pace. Another one for me was you had no pace, in the game whatsoever, right? And the thing is, for me, let me see if this one works. Nah, this one might be better. I'll edit this one. Give me a second. You're in it, E-Man, by the way.
Yo.
Yeah, the way I'm kind of viewing it is cool. We didn't have a lot of the ball and all that kind of stuff, yada, yada, yada. Then you look at the other team. Was there a lot of pace in the other team? No. So why do you not play up a higher line like you did against Arsenal? Like when you got the chance, playing high aggressive up the pitch, because they didn't have any technically superior players. Nothing at all. Nothing. There was nothing there. So why don't you squeeze Fulham into their own half? They end up doing what we should have done to what they done to us. My head is doing these streams is making me physically ill right now. That's how pissed off I am.
I honestly hear it, mate.
Yeah, I can't lie. It's disappointing.
What are you saying, though, E-man?
Yo, so like, who's our next coach?
Are we all in agreement that this might be it for Amorim? And like, let's say he doesn't win his next 3 games, for example. Like, let's say he don't win at Burnley. Is that it for him straight away?
I think it's either Burnley or it's Chelsea, isn't it?
Bro, I know I said he'll win today, but Burnley is a guaranteed 3 points. We are not losing it. We are not.
Chelsea might.
You know
Chelsea.
we may make it difficult.
City and Chelsea.
Bro, like you look. I wanted him gone before the Europa final, bro. I don't think you understand. He actually escaped so much smoke for losing that final, you know. Like I wanted him gone before that. I just knew that the club couldn't afford it. That's why he's still here. And if anything, his leash, he's actually supposed to be on a short leash. Arsenal game aside, even though we lost, even if you were going to excuse that loss, today and Burnley, like that had to be an automatic. Like that's 6 points. We got 1 point. We got 1 point out of 6.
Just out of interest, have you seen our 10 games? First 10.
That's what I'm saying. Like we got City and Chelsea after that.
And then we got Brentford away, which I said we'd win, but I'll be honest, after seeing that today, I can see us losing 1-0 or something.
I said the only way he gets fans back on side if he gets next 3 wins in the Premier League. That's it. It's not even 2.
Can I interrupt?
He ain't beating Chelsea or City.
That's not good enough, bro. I don't.
No. I'm saying to get fans back on side, you got to whack up Burnley. I'm not saying 1-0. You got to whack up Burnley. You got to go beat City because I'm seeing Tottenham do it. So that's the exact same kind of process you want to call it because they did it. And then you got to go beat Chelsea, even though that's a typical draw. Bro. Well, actually, at United, it's not a typical draw, but that's the only way. And that's the only way you can see it is by progression of good performances. You're running off. You can't run off bad performances. I'm sorry, you can't. And not only that, you can't keep putting on fucking defenders when we need attacking kind of minded people like Kobbie Mainoo and Xerxes to come on the pitch to over Harry Maguire in heaven.
Cass.
Yeah.
You're talking about like good progress, like showing progression and good. Like,
that's the issue.
What have you seen? What have you actually seen that actually shows any form of progression in terms of like, aside from players being fitter and playing at a higher intensity, but you also can see that once your intensity, because for the probably first 5 minutes of that game today, we played at a high intensity. But if that level of intensity drops or a team matches your intensity, what then is the difference between you and that team?
No, when you stop playing off adrenaline, we're fucked. Like you saw the first 10 minutes played off adrenaline, created a few chances. As soon as that adrenaline went, they started controlling the game.
So my point exactly. So like after we stopped,
the only thing that got better under him is pressing.
And you know what? He needs to drop Bruno. I'm saying it now. I know he's not going to. We need to drop Bruno.
No, sell him. If that Al-Ittihad bid is true, sell him, bro.
I feel that's
own him up now and
drop
sell
him. I need to see that. I need to see that. And I need to see Baleba.
I don't think we're getting 100.
I need to see you drop.
I don't think we're getting 100 for him no more.
I don't care less. Kobbie needs to be playing, and they can't look at this and say, you know what we needed was a goalkeeper. We needed a midfielder more than a goalie. Why is this club so allergic to getting midfielders? It pisses me off. You let 2 midfielders go already.
I also want to stress though, as much as Kobbie would definitely improve, he is not our savior, bro.
No, he's not. But you need to give him partner, bro.
This isn't a personnel thing. It clearly is a schematic and a systematic issue. It is a coaching issue. Fundamentally, we are very flawed in how we're set up, which is the reason why we've won less than 25% of our games in the league under this manager. It is clearly a coaching issue. Like it's not just based off, like you've now added £200 million, even though you don't want to use the striker, for because you want to fit Mount and you want to force Mount into the lineup. Like you've added 2 attacking players, Premier League proven players into the lineup, and aside from showing, in terms of them showing their quality and ability in spurts in games, because I don't even think Mbuma was even in the game as much today. And Cunha, even aside from his chances in the first half and a few like flutters here and there in the second, aside from that, you didn't really see any difference in terms of like there wasn't any. There was no stark difference between how we were playing last season and this season.
You know, it is a personal issue though as well. Not just systematic, but it is personal stuff. Because when Bruno decides he wants to press, when he decides he wants to press, and the guy who knows how to play 8 won't allow that space behind as well in the same instance. Winning the ball back as well, or just closing down the next man, bro. We need 2 centimeters so bad, it's unreal, yeah. And I don't understand it.
You're preaching to the choir here. Like I said this from the jump. You cannot play Bruno in midfield over a 38 game. You shouldn't be playing Bruno in centre midfield.
He's not that guy anymore. Why don't people understand? He's not that guy no more. He hasn't been. I don't get it. Even if we played a free midfield, yeah, you know our most balanced free midfield, if we want to do a 4-3-3, yeah, would probably be Agate, Kobbie, and then Cunha. That would be our most balanced free. But we're not going to do that because guess what? It's still lacking a lot of progression.
You see Cass there. You see Cass. You see what he did. He tried to sneak Agate's name.
No. But who else would you put in? Who else would you do? All right, you're going to tell me Casemiro?
Unk is better, bro. Tell me what Agate does better than Casemiro.
You can't. I'm telling you now. No. I'm thinking of balance, not what they do individually. I'm just talking as a balance here.
Even with balance,
I'm telling you now, yeah. If you put Casemiro and Kobbie as next, we're drowning. We are drowning.
Agate and Mainu's even worse, bro. Agate.
No, but I'm just thinking of a free. But that's the issue. No matter how you put it, it's not got enough legs. There's not enough legs in there. And there's not enough progression in. No matter how you want to look at it. So even if you wanted to put Ahmad, I would rather have Ahmad in the 10, innit? Like as well, I think it's time to put him on the 10, yeah, because he's the guy that can play back to goal and he's just elite at it, yeah. I just like him there, and you can put Cunha on the left as another inside. I don't give a fuck, yeah. My way of looking at it, you got to go and get a mobile midfielder and someone that is happily to go under pressure at any given moment. Simple.
We need midfielders. Period.
Badly. Period.
We don't need one. We need 2. Like it's not like we've needed 2 midfielders since 2014, bro. Like no joke, we've needed 2 midfielders. Like it's not like we've consistently needed midfielders and we've neglected.
Oh, this guy's a neek as well. You know how many teams win 5 games in a row? Like they barely teams are winning 5 games in a row these days. And you know what? The guy, you know what else? He's milking it. Do your thing, milk it, but slick your hair backwards or something. Like you just look like an absolute weirdo, bro. Like,
one of them Queen's guards.
Absolute window. Telling you now, yeah, if that was a black guy with an afro, they wouldn't give him a fucking they wouldn't even give him a sniff at the time on air because he said I'm not cutting my hair. But because he's white and he's got this, don't even let me know what kind of hair that looks like because I swear people will start calling me out. Yeah, we already know what it looks like already. Yeah, I swear down. Yeah, bro. So dumb. I'm not cutting my hair until I get United 5 games in a row. Shut your mouth, man. Milking. I couldn't give a fuck.
Do you know what's crazy?
Pissing me off all this shit.
This is misplaced anger, man. Like this is actually just.
I don't care. Anyone can get smoked. I don't give a shit. Stick your hair back, man. Got no style whatsoever, bro. Probably got bootcut jeans here with AstroTurfs. I'm not trying to hear it.
No. This is definitely a Man United problem. This is not him. This is not on him.
It's not on him. It's not on him. But this is what they keep trying to do, bro. I'm seeing shit like that after we've lost. Why am I seeing that shit after we've lost?
Cass is crashing out. Everybody, bro.
Yeah, but why am I saying shit like that when we've lost?
Not on everybody. You don't even want to host no more. He just wants to crash out.
Nah, this is what Amorim's doing to us. This is what Amorim's doing to us, though.
No, but like, I'm past the point of like anger and annoyance now because.
Yeah, I'm not in that place.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
No, your place. I'm not in your place.
You're a liar.
I'm saying I'm not in your place. I was in that place under Ten Hag. Like, obviously, and I just don't care anymore like that. There's no more crashing out.
Like, I care. The thing is, I care. It's just like I'm just not gonna just allow myself to get into a place of blind. Like, that you can't. There's nothing that this guy has shown anyone to suggest that anything has changed. Even all of these interviews that they were doing, all of this PR nonsense in terms of like everything, we feel more together. Everything, almost like this feel good factor, this, that, and other. I'm just like, bro, like, that game against Fiorentina should have been enough like should have been enough sort of like confirmation in terms of where this team looks, and we didn't look good. We didn't look good. So I don't know why everyone's now like kind of like, oh yeah. Even last week when everyone was like trying to like hype up the performance in a loss, which I just found baffling. It's more like, okay, cool. Like I get it. It's better than the rubbish we were witnessing for a better part of like 6 months. But the fact that we're actually at that stage and we're hyping up losses and like okay performances in a loss,
I'm saying.
Is that just shows how far.
I disagree with you.
Even the club tweeted like our first goal of the season. It's an own goal, bro. And they were doing like different like views from like Bruno taking the corner to like when I was just like, bro, like, is this what this club is now?
Yeah, no, the standards have definitely dropped. But one thing I will say, in terms of the Arsenal loss last week, there were positive signs. We were allowed to be positive. I know we lost, but as in we're not going on like we won the game. I think that there were signs. That's why we were confident for this Fulham game. That's why all of us here thought we would win today at Fulham at Craven Cottage because of what we saw against Arsenal.
As we have done for the last how many years?
Yeah. So
I was
exactly.
I saw it from the realist side. Yeah, people saw it from the positive side of we look good against Arsenal, and I said, yeah, we played Arsenal at their worst performance they're going to play all season, and they still beat us at our own gaff. That is the reality. It's easy to say we look good. No, Arsenal were just that bad, and Cunha went on a few runs where he nutmegged a few players, and he shared a penalty, etc. In reality, when I was watching that Arsenal game, it was the exact same as last season. It's just Cunha's better than Garnacho. We were doing the same thing we did last season. We put Maguire up front, put Bruno at centre back, start playing long ball.
I think
it was still average.
I hear that, but as in like one thing that was positive from that last game as well was Lenny Euro, his passes. I didn't see any of them today. Line breaking passes. So
that kid's crazy. He's a baller.
He's a baller.
Like Lenny's like, you know those players, yeah, where I don't have to talk about your performance anymore because your base, your standard is there. Yeah. If you ever drop below that, I will be shocked at this point now.
Same with Masraoui.
Because of how consistently good he is. So like even giving him I feel like I'm even doing him a disservice of like talking about like the fact I'm not talking about him is enough to like even today, for me today, forget the goal. I thought he was our best player across the game. Like he's like he was assertive, he was controlled in possession, he didn't look phased. That like there was no point where like people like apart from like that their Fulham's academy king that like's coming through. He looks pretty nippy, by the way. Like that he tried to like spin him. Even then, he managed to recover well. Like he didn't like there wasn't at any point where he looks rattled or flustered. Like that's the kind of standard and level that we should be at. That's just quality. But we don't have that in like we have that in a couple other players in other positions. But Amorim has just decided.
If he was to get sacked, and let's say he just doesn't pick up things, which you obviously don't, who would you want in charge next?
You just gotta scrap it and just start from scratch, innit?
No, I'm saying who would you bring in? Who's your choice? Realistically,
of manager.
It sounds mad. I would literally. I can't lie. I would go for
Michael Carrick.
I can't lie. It was either that or McKenna. I can't lie.
Why? But why though?
I've actually seen from Carrick that he can genuinely coach. Even when he was here,
you know what? A midfielder would want to play good midfielder.
He actually understands the game from a level of what we actually need from a semblance of control, how we progress play, how we are actually supposed to play.
But he's never managed a big club. If he can't do it at Middlesbrough, what the fuck?
He hasn't.
So that's exactly why.
At the same time, like you know.
Can't just be handing jobs to the boys just because once upon a time they were legend.
I wouldn't just be. I'm not saying. Otherwise, I'd say that Fletcher should take the job. Like, it's not to do with like him being one of the boys or being one of the lads. Like legit, like I've actually seen that he can actually coach. And I saw even when he was at Middlesbrough, when they literally basically shortchanged him like each transfer window, where he legit had no he barely had a budget and he was still able to coach his arse off. So like really and truly. I feel like, but then at the same time, that's not our job in terms of like, oh, who do you think that's actually Ineos's job to actually get a competent manager in? Like, that's what and the thing is,
no Glasner. Don't say Glasner. No more frit about managers. I'm done with them.
Yeah, I like, but then this is the point I'm trying to. So like, Rash in his interview, Rash had like the valid comment that he made was that we have not, like, United have a way of playing, and that the coach should come in and fit into that and understand that way of playing, and actually mold their principles to our way of playing. When have you not? When have the idea of Manchester United Football Club being anywhere related to a manager that's that dogmatic in keeping an approach of playing in a 3 and a back system is in a completely different reality that I've ever known.
I agree.
Bro, like, why are we talking about wing backs and
Glasgow might have played back 4, by the way.
like,
No,
why, like, I'm not even saying that we need to go to 4.
Frankfurt, maybe, but no.
But like, at least, like, there needs to be, like, we have our heritage in terms of flying wingers, like counter-attacking football, like possession-based counter-attacking football. Like, that has been our identity the whole time. Has anyone seen that under Amorim? Has there been one game that we've watched in Amorim that we thought, oh, that was exciting, that was good, that was? There's not been any. This is what and it goes back onto my point. What has this manager shown anyone to think that there's any sort of faith in him whatsoever?
One thing I want to say: are we being harsh to judge him on the time that he's had? Because can we look at it as? We look at it as this is Let me just complete what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we saw what happened last year. Cool. So last season it was shit, but there were arguments that it wasn't just his fault. He took over from Ten Hag, who basically ruined the standards of our club, fucked up a lot of shit. He's had to clean it up. Didn't have a pre-season. Now he's come in. Should we look at this season separately to last season or not?
It's hard to feel differently though, man. That's the only issue, because he's had 29 games and we've had 28 points.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard? Like my thing is with this shit. Like, look, I'm not saying he should go now, innit? I want to see what my man does against. I need to see it against Burnley, innit? Like, I need to see not just that, but against City and Chelsea, innit? After the break, I need to see that you can beat top dogs and you're beating the little dogs with good performance. I can understand City will have a lot of the ball, so I expect counter-attacking madness, innit? But Chelsea have a much better footballing teams, and then I can at Old Trafford. Let me see if you get destroyed. So really and truly, my thing is, any other club, why I can't defend it. If he was to go tomorrow, I wouldn't cry, because, bro, you're fucking up records, and any other club, you're getting sacked.
What have you actually seen from him in his time that he's been here to actually show?
This is what I can't argue with. Obviously, part of me just there's that little bit where I'm in the mid zone. Yeah, when I check out, I just check out in it. So I'm just trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. But
you're just trying to be as optimistic as possible.
That's it. Because we know he ain't getting sacked. He's not getting sacked.
All you're doing is just trying to make sure that you actually try.
I just don't want to be back in a position in November where there's a new manager coming in and it's like the same shit. I'm not trying to wait till November, bro.
It's done, bro. It's done. We should have sacked him in the summer this season.
From that final of him losing that final to Spurs, that should have been confirmation enough to be like, yo, it's done. But we couldn't sack him.
No, we could sack him.
We couldn't sack him. We couldn't financially afford to sack him after sacking him.
He's on about 3-4 million a year, and we've got
we couldn't afford, in terms of we couldn't afford. We actually couldn't afford to sack him. Financially, we couldn't afford to. We couldn't afford it. No. Genuinely, we couldn't afford to sack him. We had to justify financially sacking Ten Hag. We couldn't afford to sack Amorim on top of that.
How could we not when we just spent about 60 million?
He's got a year. He's only got like 12 months left on his contract or some shit.
Yeah, that's why they gave him a 2-year deal.
And he's not on wages, and you don't have to pay off straight away. You have to pay off a little bit.
If you let him go now, bro, you actually gave him a 2-year deal. I don't even know if he's even fulfilled 1 year of that, which is mental. And we're saying he needs to go.
Yeah, because he's a scrub. This is probably the quickest manager.
Bring up that comment.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Which one?
The Ozarian game in 707 comment. Bring up that comment, please.
This one.
You had this conversation early in the week, and you tried to say as if I just had an agenda against my man.
Well, Wilcox.
Yeah.
I don't think he's done anything wrong. I feel like they know what they're doing. It's just I feel like they need to look. If they're as harsh as they are, man, we'll see who's got the balls in it, because it's his man. I mean, it always will be, to be fair, but it's his man.
Yeah, man.
I just need
Do we think he can't turn it around at all? Is that what we're saying?
Nah.
Then like it's
So
There's
completely done.
not a lot of there's not a lot of basis to
There's no,
suggest that he can, innit?
empirical evidence to say otherwise, bro. If
Yeah,
like
that's it.
to me, I look at like what are you actually if your hands are tied behind your back as a coach in terms of I can actually see what you're actually trying to do. You don't have the players. That is fine. As in, that's more a case of okay, it's disappointing that we can't get things over the line, but I can actually see where when man talk about like Arteta or Klopp or this, that, and other, Klopp is a good example because the minute Klopp got there, you could actually see what he was trying to do. Instantly, you could actually see what he was trying to do with the players he had there. And you even saw that in the results because there was a game where they beat City 4-3, and he's rocking up there with a front three of Lallana, Coutinho and Firmino. Like, and he's slapping City. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could actually see what Klopp was trying to do, but he didn't have the players to execute. Arteta, he went through a bad period, and I thought he was going to get sacked. And then there was a period where he just lent on academy players, and you saw what he was trying to do in terms of his football. And then from there, it then went on to like 2020, like the 2023 season, and you saw the type of football that they were playing. And now they're as stable as they are, bro. There's not anything that I can actually tangibly say that Amorim has actually done or has shown me for me to be like, yeah, you know what, he needs time, or he needs this, or he needs that. Like I can't tell you that that's the case.
I'm just afraid for Kobbie. I'm just afraid for Kobbie as well, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not saying he's the best thing in the world, yeah, but he could be.
Oh no, we're gonna win this war. This war we're gonna win.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's a disgrace that he's not being given and the minutes against Grimsby is not it. I expect Xerxes, Kobbie, who else ain't played yet? I don't know. Heaven. I expect these men to keep it a wraps, but I couldn't give I watched the game, but I couldn't give it. It doesn't tell me anything. You know what I mean? It don't tell me anything.
You know, 2 out of those 3 should actually be starting.
Like
Kobbie. Yeah, no.
Oh, Heaven. I know. That's the worst part about this. Is what I mean. You know what?
Should actually be starting.
This is what I said. Yeah, Shaw does one game of being aggressive successfully, and people get gassed, and it's like, what? Are you telling me? Are you telling me Heaven couldn't do what Shaw did last game?
Literally,
your recoveries as well on who was playing right. Sorry, Castagna was it? Oh, you would have had him up.
Like for me, the man that should be playing at all times if you've got the option. Yoro, Heaven, Ahmad, Kobbie, Cunha, and then Bruno. For me,
probably Sesko these days.
Oh yeah, Sesko, I guess, but like we ain't seen enough of him. But like,
but that's another thing. Why didn't we start him?
Oh, that was annoying me. That annoyed me. That annoyed me. You could with a game that has the likes of course we done what we did, yeah. But I've got a feeling if Sesko was in those moments where Cunha was, because when you look at where Cunha kind of picked up the ball, rather than doing the inside runs, which you're going to get from your 10s or out wide players anyways, yeah. The thing is, if Sesko's there, I guarantee probably Sesko gets one of those goals. He'll be in the right area just to be in one of those goals because Mason Mount was not existent. Let's be real.
Ooh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, really? Mount didn't exist.
This is what I mean. But this is what I mean.
I thought he had a better game today than he had last week.
No, but it existed in what sense, though? That's
in doing something in front of goal. Something.
Bro,
I agree. Mount did well, but he didn't do what we want him to do. That's my whole problem.
What did he do well? What did he do well?
What did he do well in? Like he literally did. He did a couple of flicks. That may have put people like in positions to be in.
Shabby is not the answer. I'm telling people this now.
Oh, I'll take him. I don't care. I'll actually take him.
He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He is not that guy. I thought Ten Hag outclassed him. I'm not trying to see a guy who got outclassed by Ten Hag.
He also won the league that year.
I couldn't care less. The year was shit. That year was shite. How can you get knocked out of Europa League by shitty Man United? Yeah.
No, we were good that year.
And you're the league winners. Oh, I'm not trying to hear.
We're not in Europe, Kaz. We're not in Europe. We're not in Europe. You know that this season. We're not in Europe.
I don't care, man. I saw him get knocked out by Ten Hag. That's enough for me, bro. It's enough for me.
All right, cool. My options would be De Zerbi, Eddie Howe. If you can't go and get them, Then what we're gonna do? We're gonna
Why-
try.
why-
We're
No,
gonna go for interim manager.
I take the Zerbi all day long, but that's it.
I've seen a comment that says Xavi will promote our youth, but I feel like that person thinks because he promoted a couple people from Barcelona,
That were already good.
he can do that. That he can do that with Man United, and it's like, what youth do we have at the moment? I'm not knocking our
We
youth
got
at the
told Ten
moment.
Hag promotes youth as well, and then before you know it, he didn't.
So, like, what does that even mean? Not in an offensive way, but more so, like, what youth can we promote? I feel like we're in a dire place at the moment.
Xavi just plays possession, and without it mounting to anything, he's just dead. It's just so dead. I'm not trying to hear it. Oh, you lot want Xavi?
I
No.
wouldn't mind
no.
Xavi now. I wouldn't
Oh,
mind.
anyways, I've had enough, man. I can't bother to do this. I'm going to just cuss my friends online because I've got nothing better to do. So, you know what I mean? Because they're going to see me next week anyway, so I'm just going to cuss them now. But anyways, in a bit, you man. Make sure you can check people's channels out. Just check them out on YouTube. You know where it is. And then yeah, man. I can't do this for another 20 minutes. This is dead. Love.
Alright, bro.